So for us to fix the sleeves, I'll go ahead to take the measurement of what we have here. That is the supposed shoulder, off shoulder. This method is applicable to normal off shoulder that is not going to have straps, like I said during the cutting of the bodice. So I'll go ahead to take that, and I have 10 inches. I have 10 inches for that. Then for this down to the armhole part, I went ahead to measure it, to which I'm having 2.5. I'm having 2.5 for that. So I'll be using my doll face. Remember, the spirals is going to be on the doll face. So I'll be using my doll face. But it's going to be unfold in twos, because there wouldn't be need of cotton lining for the sleeves. I'm just going to fold it together and then we'll join it in just one part. So after measuring with the things I got, you would also, if the child is a child you measured, you among the things you take the measurements is the off shoulder, the roundness of the off shoulder. Then I'm marking 5 here. This 5 is what will be enough for the joining the circumference. I have 5. You see where my hand is? That's where the 5 is going to be. Then the length. But the child's sleeves, round sleeves, is 9. I chalked out 10. So I'll be using the same measurements for the next sleeves. Remember, it's 2 sleeves now, so I'll be using it to trim the other side. Please, the measurement of the outfit itself, the parts we measured 10, the neck region, let's keep that in mind as we are trying to cut the sleeves. So as the sleeves is on fold now, I'm going to mark out her normal round sleeves. I'll check out her normal round sleeves, and then I'll be marking 2.5 for, I'll be marking 3 rather. 2.5 is what we need, but 3 inches because of half-inch sewing allowance. And I'll be coming down by 2 inches. So I'll be slanting it. Can you see? I'll be curving it rather. So can you see the curves? I left an inch for the sewing. Remember I said the girls' round sleeves is 9, but I left an inch for it. So this is 5 inches. Then I'll repeat the same process for the second sleeves. I'll be repeating the same process for the second sleeves because it's still the same thing that is going to be. So this up part is where I'll be sewing. Can you see? That's the part I'm going to be sewing. So while sewing it, or after sewing it, I'll go ahead to give it a neat pressing. After sewing the 2 parts for the 2 sleeves. Remember I talked about measuring the main clothes, and I had 10 inches then. So the child's roundness is 30 inches. So that was why after getting that 10, which is in both sides, gives us 20. My sleeves, that was what made me cut 3 inches and slant, because after sewing half an inch, I'll be left with 2.5 inches, which will automatically give us 30 inches after sewing. That was my reason for doing that. So I'm gonna head to press it now. Can you see? These are the I cut them in 4 inches. Then as you can see from the video, I'm curving it. So that means while sewing my gathers, I'll be sewing it round. I'll be giving it that curve. That is what will help us to achieve a ruffled sleeves. You'll be sewing it in the middle as you can see from the video, and you'll be following the curves. Make sure it is curved and not straight. Curved, not straight. So this is how you'll be gathering it. You'll be gathering it so much. I cut 4 inches, but I cut it enough. So you keep on gathering it like this, curve. You make sure you are getting that circular part. That's what to do. You make sure you are getting that circular form. Can you see it? I believe you can see that even before sewing it finish, we are having that ruffles effect. So you keep filling it up, that circle, with the way I'm doing it with the machine. You keep filling it up that way. So can you see me? So make sure you do it like that, clustered gathering. Let it be very full, curve, not straight, please. Let it be following that curve, that circular aspect. So we keep doing it like that continuously. So even when you are doing it, if you notice there is an empty space, you keep filling it up. That is the beauty. You keep filling it up, and this is it now. After filling it up, can you see how it's looking? So this was the same thing I did for the two sleeves. You can see how it looks like. So you can see the curve even from the back side. So the curve that was followed. So I did the same thing for the two sleeves. You are cutting it circular way. You are chalking a circular form and doing it all through circularly. So now the second sleeve is ready. So after doing that, I went ahead to shape the sleeves. So see how it looks looking like. So this is what we have now. So the next is for us to put it in the gown. I noticed that part wasn't equal, so that's why I'm trimming it. So while putting it in the gown, it's still the same process. You will be sewing on the main cloth itself. You will be sewing on the main cloth. See the way I'm placing it on the main cloth, not on the lining, because we want to achieve a perfect inseam finishing. So see how you arrange it, but on the clothes, not on the lining. On the cloth, not on the lining. So you work with your pin. You pin it directly on the cloth. You can work with your pin if you know you will not be able to do it this way. You work with your pin and sew. Can you see my spacings? I'm not going to sew on the lining. At this part now, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult because it is for a child and the stress involved. It will be difficult, but you just keep doing it that way gradually. So the main outfit and not the lining. So this is what I meant by it will not be easy. So that's what I'm battling with. It's actually not easy, but you scale through gradually. You see, I'm removing the lining part so that I'll make sure I don't sew on the lining. So can you see? I didn't sew on my lining. So what I'll do now is I'll be flipping it. I'll be folding my lining. Please watch this video carefully. I'll be folding it this way. This is how you fold it. If you don't fold it this way, I'm sorry, you will not achieve a perfect result. Fold it this way, then put your hand under from inside. Maintain that's where your hand is. then you turn it in. If you do not do it like that, you might not achieve this finishing. So take note of that. Place your hand where it should be, and so you can see the way I'm turning it. I maintain that my hand. Can you see me? The seam allowance, the joining to the joining, that's in the part that was shaped then, with my sleeves in between. So you'd be turning it carefully. Can you see? Can you see? So I'll be maintaining that sewing now after turning it out carefully. Then I'll go ahead to sew. So I'm stretching it out and I'm comparing it. I'm cross-checking, and there shouldn't be a mistake. So can you see how it looks like? Now I'm taking it out again. I'm taking it out again so we can see how it looks like. So we can see how it looks like. Can you see? Can you see it? The sewing is not showing. The sewing is not showing. It's properly covered. It's properly covered. Can you all see? So this is the same process that will be repeated for the next part. This is the same thing that will be repeated for the next part. So for emphasis sake, I'm going to explain it again. You see this part, the main cloth, you'll be sewing it to the main cloth, the sleeves. Then you use the lining to turn it out. So I'm sewing that now. So carefully, because like I said before, it's actually not easy. So you have to be doing it carefully. So and I'm done. So I'm done now. So the same thing now. We're going to fold. We are going to fold. Yeah, so I'm just going to be turning it. I'll be folding it. See the way I'm folding the lining? I folded it with 1/2 inch. Then you secure it down with the part that you've sewn to the main cloth. Can you take note of the folding? I'm repeating it again for emphasis. Then you go ahead to put your hand in the middle so you can get the sewing part, the sewed part. So you put your hand in the middle and turn it out. As you can see, it has been turned out. Can you see? So I'll be securing it with my pin so I can spread it out properly. So you take your time. You'll be doing it gradually because it's now thick. It's very thick. So you see, it has been spread out properly. So I'm going to sew. I'm going to sew it with 1/2 inch as well. So gradually it will be thick, might become might be disturbing, but little by little little by little little by little little by little, and then we are done. So you can now cross check your sewing. If there is a mistake or thereabouts, you lose and work on it. So in the previous sleeves, I forgot to show us the notching. You will notch so that the armhole, to be easy for the armhole part to come to open perfectly, for it not to be standing. So see this other side. Can you see how it looks like? Yes, ma'am. Can you see how it looks like? So I'm threading it. I'm removing the thread, those excess threads that is not needed. So now you can check it out. You see that it's very neat and it looks beautiful. Can you see the look? Can you see the look? So everything, all the finishing is inseam. Can you see the second sleeves, the look as well? So in all parts. So everything, every part of the outfit is ready now. The sleeves from the left hand side, the right hand side, everything is actually ready now. It's just to take the inner parts for weaving and to de-thread properly, and the outfit is ready. So this is how it looks like, and this is how it looks like now. Can we see the finishing parts? So I was trying to arrange it on a dress form and try to see if there is any excess or anything that I can trim off. So that was what I was adjusting here, and the cloth is ready.